Like and subscribe.
Yeah, basically, ID verification is going to YouTube and Spotify apparently, and it's so cooked. It's so cooked, man.
Lock your doors and hide under your bed all you want. It won't protect you from a menace on the loose, a maniac at large that not even SpongeBob could catch. Mass surveillance, control, and censorship. It's now at our doorstep here, a place many have called home, YouTube. They've just announced they're rolling out AI in the US to detect if users are actually under 18, ignoring whatever the account's stated age is, and will apply restrictions to users it suspects are teens. And if it suspects that you are not over...
What about the people who are kind of dumb, right? I mean, what about the people who are very childish as well? They kind of go hand in hand, dumb, childish. But like, bro, how? There's gonna be so many false positives about this.
18, it will restrict what you have access to, and the only way to overturn that is by providing identification. That sounds awfully familiar. Does that ring any bells to anyone out there, you know, with what's going on over in the UK at the moment? I would certainly hope so. If it doesn't, go give your doctor a huge pat on the ass and tell him that the lobotomy was very successful, because you have lost all fucking brain...
Like, I don't trust them with this, because what's to stop them from just turning around and saying, oh, we detect that you're, you know, you might be a teen, maybe you should send us your ID, and it's just for everyone. And they're just hiding it. It's kind of like, what is it, Instagram with Facebook, right? All of these accounts are getting, like, banned, and the only way to get unbanned is to send fucking Mark Zuckerberg, the Zuck himself, like, your ID. And it's all, like, false positives. Like, all of these bans is all over Reddit, man. Would still apply? Yeah.
function. It's now US citizens' turn to have the piss sucked from their balls here and all privacy completely thrown in the shitter. So, if YouTube's AI tools think that you're under 18, I hope you're ready to fork over your ID in order to continue to access certain YouTube content and features. When YouTube determines a user is teen or preteen, the site will disable personalized advertising, activate digital...
Just buy premium. True. Send us your ID, or maybe, you know, buy a premium. Maybe. Like, oh, it's. I just don't trust them not to abuse this, and plus, so many companies have been hacked, and all of the data that they supposedly are meant to delete just so happens to be on that company's fucking hard drives for like years. Everyone needs to delete their history and only watch new stuff. Yeah, right. Let me delete all the goth mommy roleplays. If only this was included with the service. I can kind of see it's very dystopian, but like if you watch Psychopaths and how kind of that works, right? I can see why. If it goes to that route, I can see how much it could protect a lot of people if nobody's like very anonymous on anything. Like, it could protect a lot of people, but privacy, I feel like it has to be a human right. It has to be. I think being anonymous, I know it's like, it's probably like hard to like uphold. So many hackers, so many doxers out there, but I believe it should be a human right at some point, man. At this point, if you don't use the internet with awareness of how your info can be taken, it's partially your fault. True. Man. But like, for the regular people, if you think about it, we're technically all like, we're not truly regular people. Like, if you use the internet like a lot for like several hours a day, you're technically not the regular people. So to them, it doesn't really affect them, but then it helps their kids kind of.
well-being.
They need to tackle Roblox though, and Discord. because they're a cesspool when it comes to like pedophilic stuff. That's the way they need to target this shit.
Features and put stricter content filters as well as behavioral restrictions into place. Basically, YouTube will pop its titty into your mouth and breastfeed you here because your parents aren't fucking raising you. What a joyful, pleasant future where these greasy, greedy, ghoulish corporations are now going to be LARPing as your parental figures, deciding what you can and cannot access based on their estimation of your age. Because no longer are parents even expected to be parents anymore.
True. What happened? Like, why are we like all just taking all the power away, all the parenting away from parents, man? It just makes no sense. It really doesn't.
The internet is now that. My papa is a fucking YouTube algorithm. It tells me...
Let's get an internet license where you need to take some informative tests. To be fair, Korea, I'm pretty sure they, I think it's because they have like laws about like spending too long on gaming. One of the big Asian countries, either Korea, Japan, or actually it can't be Japan. They're pretty fucked when it comes to that. They're all neat. But it's like either, I think it's probably China. It's either Korea or China, where like you have to input your ID when you're gaming, and that's why it makes it hard for like League players who are popular, like let's say the Baus, FFS, or Dantes. When they go and do boot camp in Korea, they have to like go through like Riot Games themselves, because you're not allowed to just make a League account in Korea. You can't just make one. You need like an actual ID, kind of like a social security number for like for gaming there.
What I can watch, what I'm allowed to consume, it's so fucking infuriating. The only thing here that makes any level of sense is like disabling personalized ads for kids, which is something I'm pretty sure the YouTube Kids app already does. Which again, I don't even know why that app exists anymore with this effect, with this change going into effect. It's now just a redundancy if they're going to polymorph the main YouTube platform into basic...
Well, to be fair though, the kids app is like, it's mostly for like babies. That's like how I've seen it, right? When I was looking after my cousin and my nieces, it was just mostly for babies. That now they're a bit older, they're probably using like regular YouTube, not YouTube Kids. Actually, I know definitely that they're using regular YouTube. My brother's like kind of pissed about that.
Catering to kids on it as well. It's fucking lunacy. It is not YouTube's responsibility to put the bumpers up in the bowling lane. That the onus should be on the parents to ensure that...
Just bring out laws that mandate parents to like actually do some online safety, man, for this. Like, please punish the parents. Don't punish everyone else. Some people just don't have kids. Some people are just all alone. The government wants to have parents' influence on their children. That's what. Yeah, that's true. I can kind of see. That's very tinfoil hatty, but like I can kind of see. Yeah, the ban kids, yet make YouTube more kid friendly. That's kind of true, but that's more for like the advertisers, to be honest. Like all the swearing and stuff before the first minute. That's more for like advertisers, and advertisers want to advertise for like a wider range of people, so that's why they kind of want that rule. They don't want people to like, you know, have their adverts on and they're cussing like a storm.
Their kids are not consuming harmful content on YouTube. It is crazy that YouTube is doing this. So they're using AI, which will assess a user's age via multiple behavioral factors, including what kind of videos the user searches for, the categories of videos they watch, and how long the account has been active per its blog post, which is very vague and also going to...
We're getting closer and closer to psychopaths. If you don't know much about psychopaths, the basic premise is everybody is scanned. No one is anonymous, and people are scanned for their thoughts, man. Literal thought policing. So like if anyone, you know, kind of acts up or feels like they're, you know, gonna do stuff, people are flagged. The intelligence are flagged, the police are flagged, and they come and fucking find you and either sedate you or just fucking kill you. And that's all through thoughts. It's a really good series. I'm pretty sure it's a long time since I watched it, but that's the basic premise of it. And like the main guy, actually, I don't want to spoil too much. It's really good. The main villain is very good in how like they incorporate certain like you know, mental states. But like that's where this is going, man. Everyone's gonna have a chip implanted in a brain, and if you think some fucked up shit, the police are gonna turn up and fucking either trank you or kill you, dude. We're so fucked. Neuro or evil need to get the ability to pick videos for chat to watch. Wonder what they would suggest. Yeah, this movie, but with precog police force.
There's so many accounts getting flagged as being under 18 that definitely are not. There are so many people in the Pokemon community, for example, that are adults. In fact, pretty much everybody that does Pokemon content online is like late 20s and early 30s at this point. That is
true. Oh, everybody is old now. We're all old guys.
Is like entirely an adult market, but it is a child's IP. Like it is an IP that is catering towards kids. So pretty much anyone that searches for like Pokemon cards, Pokemon Showdown, really anything even adjacent to that, or like Nintendo games, like any gamers that play Nintendo games, all of those will be like a strike against them that could end with their account being deemed like under 18 or something. It's going to be absolute.
I think I'm safe. I've been posting another not safe for work shots. I think I might be safe.
Chaos, I imagine. This technology will allow us to infer a user's age and then use that signal regardless of the birthday.
FNAF fanfics, true. But FNAF is so weird because it's kind of like Roblox. It's got a kid audience, but there's a lot of adults that play it or like are in the community. And obviously, you know, some fucked up shit with that as well. But yeah, a lot of friends and the people I know like FNAF, but also a lot of kids as well. Like, bro, all my niece's friends fucking love FNAF. I don't know why, but like, okay, dude. And they don't even play the game, man. They don't. They like watch a lot of FNAF videos. It's why. How would the AI know though? The AI is not as dumb as. Okay, the AI is as dumb as the people programming it. So I don't think it's fair to say that like, oh, the AI might not know this. It just really depends on the people who are like the engineers who are actually like programming this. That's what it depends on. Believable is lying. The people are dumb, yeah, true, but it really depends on the person who, or the people, the group who are programming it.
Deliver our age-appropriate product experiences and protections. If the AI estimation is incorrect, YouTube says it will allow a user to verify their age with a credit card, a government ID, or a selfie.
Wow. What I don't like is, obviously, it's going to be rough at the start, but they're pushing this out. That's the issue. I feel like given like maybe 5-10 years, maybe they have like something that kind of works at a maybe 70% like is like perfect, and there's 40% that is like false positives. But that, I think that's in like 5-10 years. This is new shit. This is something that they just started now. So like, fuck that, man. If they're implementing it now, no, don't do that. I'll trust it later on, because obviously we're not gonna fucking get rid of this unless there's enough people that will like chirp about it, telling them no. But like, I'm seeing this as them just putting it in, and they don't care about us. when it comes to that. Sadly, programmers don't have a say. Politicians do. Well, yeah, I mean, aren't they still talking about this? Isn't this like just a reaction thing with the possibility that it could pass? Because it's passed in the UK. It's definitely passed in the UK. And that's why you see it on all the porn sites and stuff. But in America, it's not quite the same. So YouTube is like proactively doing this before anything passes. It's kind of like who was it, Ubisoft or whoever made The Crew? They kind of made it like playable offline for people, just because of Stop Killing Games, with the possibility of it passing. It's not passed yet, but like games companies are starting to work on making their games like already like, you know, playable on their own.
What saints? You get the privilege of providing your identification or your biometric data to YouTube in order to prove that you are actually over 18.
This is kind of the issue with like laws passing in the UK and the EU, because it's a good thing when it's like Stop Killing Games. It's a bad thing when it's, you know, you gotta verify yourself. This is the big issue with it, because yes, just them passing laws in the EU and the UK will affect America as well, and most of the Western Hemisphere. Can be good, like the USB-C for like Apple iPhones and stuff, but also no for this.
Surely that's going to be like really secure, and it's not going to be used for any kind of like tracking or anything like that. Don't be ridiculous. Fucking tinfoil condom conspiracy theorist. There's nothing wrong with forking over all of your identification and your credit card information to corporate.
Dude, just, you know what? I'll send you a picture of my dick, my butthole, everything, man. Son of a bitch. These guys, they just want everything from us, man.
Or the government directly, so that way they can.
Do you want to come sample? I'll give you one.
Actively monitor you and censor you and basically control what you have access to. What's the big deal? It's so absurd, man. I cannot believe how quickly this is getting out of control. Like I told you, it was not exclusive to just the UK. It is already touched down here, and it hasn't even been a week. It hasn't even been a week. That snowball has already become a full fucking shitstorm avalanche. It's
just too quick. I feel like given enough time, maybe, although it might pass in America, so like they would probably have to push it quicker. But I feel like in 5-10 years they could build a reliable enough AI that could get things above 50% correct.
Terrible. It's scary.
Not 100% though. I don't believe it. It is AI though. They can make it work faster, like evolve faster. Surely. Maybe.
It's very scary. This article also mentions something else. The rollout of the new feature comes one day after Australia's government announced it would ban children under 16 from using YouTube, and less than a week after UK implemented the sweeping age checks on content on social media networks.
To be fair, I feel like I've said it before. Kids shouldn't be on the internet. End of. That's true. I believe kids shouldn't be on the internet, but this is the wrong way to do it. Verifying your age is the wrong way to do it. What you should do is mandate it for parents that they need to have like parental control on the internet. That's what should happen. Why are we getting punished for like fucking kids, man, that we don't own? Fuck these kids, man. No diddy.
YouTube was promised an exemption from Australia's social media ban last year by the then communications minister, but the Australian government said on Monday that the platform would in fact be included in the country's ban on children under 16 using social networks. The ban is slated to take effect in December. Google, YouTube's parent company, strenuously advocated against the Australian ban and has threatened to sue to overturn it. That subject they mentioned there about the Australian government banning kids from making social media accounts is a topic that I briefly touched on like a year ago.
Yeah, they shouldn't really.
In a nutshell, this is something I've said a lot. The entire landscape of social media has changed so much over the last decade, drastically, where I do think it is downright dangerous and detrimental for kids to just have unlimited access to things like Twitter, for example. So I do think that it's not exactly a good thing to just have kids making social media accounts and just fucking rotting away on them. I do think that that is
Yeah, don't
harmful,
quote me, man.
but there is no way of actually stopping that in a way that doesn't step on everyone's freedoms. And at the time, it just didn't even really dawn on me because the way it was being spoken about was just like, oh, don't worry, the methods we're coming up with are, you know, we're making sure privacy is still top of mind. We don't want to encroach on that. We're just trying to think of ways to, you know, help kids not get, like, sucked into social media degeneracy and all of that. And, it, like, when you hear that, you're like, oh, okay, I guess that, like, makes sense. But when you really stop...
You could really punish the kids for this, man. Like, they're able... Let's do it this way. Mandate the parents to I guess if you want IDs, you can take the kids' IDs, because I don't care. It won't affect me. I'm not a kid, so I wouldn't need to do this. So maybe like for kids, they would have to log in. A household is like mandated for the children to at least get an ID, some sort maybe, and they have to like log in with that. Or actually, never mind. There'll be kids even younger. I guess they could say maybe under 15. You're not allowed on the internet as a whole, really, because it's kind of like drinking, right? Technically, it's 18 in the UK, but you know, you can still drink. Even in pubs, I'm pretty sure, like if you're like 15, 16, you can like have a drink with a meal or something from the pub. But yeah, punish the kids, man, and the parents. Don't punish me. I didn't do anything. Why am I getting... Why fuck me for, man? Make separate app just for kids with AI flagging people that are over a certain age. And then normal... maybe. I still feel like they could... If they really want a law to protect kids, they could mandate the parents to do like parental control. And and maybe like more awareness. If they spent more money on awareness or stuff for this, for parents to be more like computer literate to be able to teach their kids and stuff, that would probably do a lot better than like fucking over everybody else, man. Think the kid... Yeah, they should have like more classes like that. I'm pretty sure... No, did we? No, I don't think we did actually. Never mind. We didn't have any. It was kind of like you kind of had to learn, really. You're thrown in a deep end, and I've been in some deep ends, and it's fucking yeah. But yeah, they could spend money on like teaching kids, man. Bring awareness. It's the same with like, I believe, with drugs, right? If you had more awareness, you know, more facilities for that, there'll be less people doing it, or like at least more people doing it safely. Kids, but yeah, like internet classes, stuff like that would probably help them a lot, because especially now the new generation are like not computer literate. They don't know shit, man, when it comes to anything compared to us. Like we kind of knew, like just learning the hard way, and that's a problem. Some people might be like, oh yeah, learn the hard way, but like there's also an issue with that, man. Isn't it was part of this curriculum? Not in mine. I don't think we did, really. I guess the most we used was like YouTube to like upload videos for like a project that we were doing. I don't use that channel anymore. That was a long time ago, though.
To think about it, and you stop and like really fucking smell it, it's very clear that there's no way of doing that without just stripping freedoms from everybody else. Like, how the fuck are you possibly going to stop that from happening? And it also shouldn't be the government's responsibility nor the platform's responsibility to ensure that kids aren't making those accounts. It is the parents. Like, no matter how you spin it, it should always come back to the parents. And what YouTube did initially, and what I thought was the right direction, was having a separate platform specifically for that age group, YouTube Kids. So that way, that group, those kids, would not be going to main YouTube. They would be on that platform, which is safe for them. And the parents' responsibility would be ensuring that they are on YouTube Kids, not main YouTube. But now what's happening is every company is now putting in these age verification checks, which require ID or biometric data, which, as we're seeing unfold in real time rapidly, leads to just basically control and mass surveillance. That's the entire...
Children should learn about all the memes and internet history. I don't know. I think that would probably be a class at some point. But yeah, man, they could use the PewDiePie bridge incident to consequences of posting stuff on. Yeah, true. What a fucking. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm sorry. What a. God, I love that clip so much, man. It's with his accent, it's just so fucked. Oh, man, they could probably. Ooh, they could not even punish the parents. Maybe punish like ISPs, right? Or both, parents and ISPs. Like if parents like get internet, right? They need to have like some level of protection for their kids. They need to tell them, oh, I have kids at home, stuff like that. And then the ISPs will have to like put like make a card for them or something to be able to access the internet. Maybe for the kids to access the internet. So like, each kid in each household will get like a card that kind of IDs them, but not really. It's just like kind of like in school where you use like the computers and stuff. You had your own login, right? You had your own login details for the school computer, a bit like that. So no need for like IDs or anything, but like something like that where they'd have to log in with their IDs. Quote unquote IDs is just like fucking random numbers or whatever shit in the password. And they get like allotted time for using the internet, and then certain sites are like banned or whatever. Stuff like that. They could do other shit, but they're fucking everybody over.
Underlying motive behind all of it. It's not about protecting kids. It's not about making sure kids aren't getting access to like dangerous social media, content or anything like that. It is all about getting more of your information so they can monitor you more effectively. It's not a conspiracy. It is just right in your face censorship, control, and mass surveillance. And YouTube now taking this step is extremely concerning. And obviously...
Wait, I thought we had in the UK like a GDPR fucking rule that kind of protects our privacy. I just realized that now from like doing security. Like that's one of the things we had to learn about was like laws in relation to like security, and like that kind of was an offshoot. Internet licenses, you need to pass an internet class to use the internet. As long as it's not for everyone, then I'm fine with it. If it's just for the kids, yeah, that's fine. But there needs to be more awareness for the kids, first off, and they need to be the ones that have to do it, right? Government protect privacy, yeah, surely, right? But to be fair, the government already knows our names anyways, and everything about us, birth certificate, everything, social security number, everything then.
Everyone's pointing out it is not going to be 100% accurate. I would be shocked if it's even close to 50% accurate. Break this shit down to its bare butt cheeks real quick. If it's going to be like making these guesses off of like the content you're watching or your searches, there is so much wiggle room for error.
Like, what about the bronies, man? What about the poor bronies? All they watch is like brony stuff on YouTube. They're gonna get fucked. All my poor bronies at home, man. Appa knows even more, yeah. Boom is stuck on the internet, true.
Because, like, let's say you watch an anime, trailer or something. I imagine YouTube would probably put that into like a cartoon bin, which would then be falling under like a under 18 bin, which would be a strike against you. What if you like misspell something in the searches? Like what if you accidentally make a typo? Does that make them think that you might be a kid as well? Or what about something like autoplay? Like let's say you put on like a real adult video.
True, autoplaying. I didn't think about that. What happens then? Because it's YouTube's like suggested. Maybe I've started to get back into not reading manhwa anymore. I'm starting to watch recaps. I know it's pretty bad. I should just read it. But like I'm just getting I just can't be bothered reading anymore. So just watching manhwa recaps. I'm gonna get screwed over, man. No matter if I'm watching like I don't know, the mercenary, whatever the heck, regression stuff. Brandis would love that. Oh crap, Cartoon Duck. Oh, I'm cooked.
Look at fucking day trading tutorials, but it autoplays to something else, which is like making slime or some shit because YouTube's recommended algorithm.
Yeah, but main, you have an excuse, man. You're at work and you're listening to it. I'm doing nothing.
Is fucking wild. Like you could easily just be flagged as an under 18 account, and then, well, if you want to keep using your account and have access to all the content and features that you've been used to, you're gonna need to fork over that ID or at least show us your face. Give us some of that sweet biometric data current.
Ah, fuck it, dude. YouTube, you can have it, man. You can see my search history, all the goth mommy roleplay videos I'm watching. Got my hands up, man. Can't.
See, please. And I hope you'll say no. That is not something you should ever be comfortable with giving any company. It is a big problem, and there needs to be something done about this. It is truly out of control now, and it's here coming to YouTube. So, yep, just another concerning act of censorship and surveillance here, and it's not just overseas anymore. That's really about it. See ya.
Yeah, we're cooked.
We got a
We're cooked, guys. We're so cooked.